Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is a follow-up to the video I released earlier yesterday, depending on when it launches. And this video is based on the, 3 reasons why Ecomi will succeed. This is a video on 3 reasons Ecomi can succeed. Now before people start to say, well, you're a hypocrite, right? Look, you can have a both positive and negative opinion on something. Prime example, fast food. People acknowledge it's unhealthy for you, but people still eat it. Or people say, oh, it still tastes great. Now, before people are saying, this guy just equated cryptocurrency and fast food together, I'm not making the direct comparison in that way. I'm saying that you can have both a positive and negative opinion on something, and still like it. So, hopefully that doesn't create too much discussion, because that's not the whole point of this video. My point is that I do see the potential in Ecomi. I do see it. I would have to be very ignorant, very dumb to not acknowledge that. Now, the reason why I put that reason why it won't succeed first is because it's the whole premise of why I'm making these YouTube videos on Ecomi. It's because I see a disturbingly lack of acceptance of criticism in the community, and a lot of people are saying, well, don't make the videos, don't be invested into it. No, right? Any company that comes out publicly, right? People say stuff, people speak out against it because they see something going wrong. And for me, when I see people are invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into it, and I see, and including myself too, right? Again, I'm still invested into it, and I'll let you guys know if I ever jump out. When I see people invest their money into it, and I see leadership team, of Ecomi, and they tease, they make these false expectations, and they don't follow through, I want to say something. I grew up in a morally charged family. And people, again, like in my comment section, I think someone said I'm too emotional. I'm not being emotional. If people think that this is emotional, I'm really sorry. This is just being passionate. And this is just being quite frank. Emotional is me crying, screaming, flipping chairs, breaking my PC. That's emotional. But I'm here to have a discussion. And nothing I want to talk about before I jump into 3 reasons is I'll admit when I'm wrong. One comment, you can look back in the past comment, it was about someone saying I shouldn't have mentioned a price prediction in the past video because it kind of negates what I was saying about YouTubers and etc. And I said he was completely right. And I'm here saying I was wrong. I shouldn't have put that video in the I shouldn't have put that comment in the context of that video because it kind of negates what I was saying. So if you're watching this video, again, I don't have your YouTube name pulled up. Thank you. And I'll admit when I'm wrong. In fact, and I said this before my last video, I hope I'm wrong. I hope a year, 2 years from now, even a month, I can say I was wrong. And I'll make a video apologizing that I was. But until then, I think there have been so many false expectations that I want to bring it up. Because there is no safe space in the Ecomi community where people can bring up something and it doesn't get censored. Prime example, on the Ecomi right today, there was someone who posted a very lengthy post, had months by month what expectation was not followed, and this post got taken down in like 2-3 hours. And it blew up. People were commenting, people were upvoting it. And I don't know who runs the Ecomi Reddit, or, it could be the Ecomi team, it could be someone who's heavily invested into Ecomi and only wants to see it succeed. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it's the people in the community that really got Ecomi and VV up. They're the ones who really kind of first download the app, spread awareness of it, and I just had to put my foot down because I feel like the team isn't properly taking care of the people who took care of them first. Now, okay, before we go any further, I do want to say this. When I mean they don't take care of, the Immutable X thing, that's fine. Maybe they were trying to get changes. Maybe GoChain did inhibit them. But at least come out with an official statement saying, hey, this is the reason why we can't go to the next chain. We're sorry about the false teases by our own team. It wasn't just YouTubers, by the team. We apologize. That's all it would take. But a lot of people are going to say, well, they don't owe anyone an apology. They never released it officially on their Twitter or their weekly updates. No. When you represent a company, especially in your leadership, there needs to be a degree of accountability, and people aren't holding them to that accountability. Alright, it's 5 minutes. I haven't gotten into the main meat potato of the videos. I'll put a timestamp down at the beginning of my description of when I actually start talking about it. So let's begin. Reason number one why I think Ecomi can succeed. Now, this is actually in reference to point one of the last video, and that is the credentials of the leadership. They're phenomenal. I'll admit. Go on LinkedIn. Dan, very well versed. Riz, very good. I believe they have the knowledge, the experience, and yeah, the capability to really take care of the Ecomi community. I don't think it would take much. I know they're putting a lot of effort into VV, and I understand that's how the tokens burn. I do acknowledge that. But I just don't see that effort yet. But I do see the potential. They are very smart people. Which is also why I can't help but question them sometimes when they make these teases and expectations without following through with it. They're smart. I don't doubt that. I think that is a point that I need to address. They are smart, but all because they're smart doesn't mean immediately it's inherently good. Some of the worst people in the world were incredibly smart people, intelligent people, but they just didn't do it in the right way. I'm not saying they're evil. Again, I'm just trying to stress they're smart, and they have the capability of making Ecomi do well. I'm not asking them to put all that into Ecomi. No, VV is their first priority. That's how they make money. That's how they get the IPs. But a little bit more effort from them, it'll go a long way for Ecomi. Second point, and that is the crypto space and NFT space. It's new and it's growing, and there's a spotlight on it. Government regulation. People are talking about, well, how, will we make cryptocurrency an actual currency? I feel like some governments are trying to make their own currency. I think China is trying to make their own currency. Look, there's a lot of spotlight going on to it, and that's great. All these meme crypto coins, they're going to the moon. But that being said, Ecomi and VV, they're both into both the NFT and the crypto space. So that's great. That means people are looking. People are hoping to find the next big thing. They're trying to find the next Bitcoin. So people who are looking at that, they're going to stumble upon it. But I don't want investors of Ecomi to only hear the negatives. That's why I made that last video. But if they happen to fall into Ecomi and VV, see great content, see that the leadership team has never really broken expectations or they're doing better at following up with them, then people want a reliable product. They want a reliable leadership team. I want Ecomi to succeed, and this is the right time for them to do so. Maybe 2-3 years earlier, this would have been too early. 2-3 years later, may have been too late. I believe we're in the right time for it. Now, reason number 3, and again, this is something that I actually referenced in my last video, is the Ecomi community. The Ecomi community is very passionate. They're very loyal. I don't want to see that loyalty get taken advantage of, right? But because the community is so loyal, because the community has all this potential of sharing, of trying to get people to embrace the community, I don't see Ecomi ever really losing its footing in that sense. Now, there has been a lot of unrest, at least on Reddit and YouTube comments, and people are starting to get fed up. I don't want the community to turn into completely negative anti-Ecomi. No. I feel like maybe they feel wrong because no one brought up these points to them before they invested. And that's what I'm here to do. I want to bring up both points. And, for this video, I think the community is strong. Right now. I don't know what's going to look like in a month. I don't know what's going to look like in a year. But as of right now, the community still believes, the greater community still believes in this project. But every day I'm starting to see people say they've sold all their Ecomi. And that's sad. Because, again, I do want NFTs, Ecomi, and VV to take off. Right? Digital collecting, I think it's great. I used to collect sneakers. My sister used to collect Batman figurines, right? I think it being digitally is the next step in the evolution of collecting. And I think Ecomi, and therefore VV, have that potential. Now, again, I want to put this out there. I'm not discouraging people to invest. I want them to be educated. I want them to know the track record of everything the team has done so far. And if they receive both perspectives and they still invest, great, right? But I'm on board for people to get more educated and for people to have a space to talk about both the positive and negatives of what's happening right now. I know I'm still getting a lot of hate. People are gonna say, well, this video kind of seemed like you were doing the positive and negative. Even in my last video, I still was trying. Maybe I didn't do it well. Again, I'm still new. I think last video I still tried mentioning the good when I can, and even in this good video, I'm still gonna mention the con. But I think I was hopefully I did allude that again, there is potential, and it can succeed. I'm not gonna put a price prediction because, as the person said in the last video, that doesn't really seem fair because I don't have math or historic data to back it up. And I think he's right. Looking back at it, that was a very important place. So, like the first video, I don't care if I have majority dislikes, right? I'm not trying to make it big on YouTube. I'm just trying to create discussion, right? And I think this is where hopefully people can talk, maybe also vent too. I'm trying to respond to every comment. If people comment multiple times, I'll try to just comment on maybe their first comment, because I want there to be a discussion, right? And if you want to flame, I don't know, I don't flame that word, but if you think I'm, for lack of a better word, horseshit, say it. I mean, I think this can also serve great for the community. If an early investor see my video, but they see that the greater community is like disliking me, saying I'm a fraud, that's great. If that's what you believe in. But I want people to see both ends. Now, some videos may be more positive, some videos may be more negative, and I guess I wanted to make my first couple of videos a little bit more on, I won't say the negative side, but more the skeptical side, because I want people to know what this channel is about. This channel isn't to pump and dump Ecomi. Maybe Ecomi won't exist in 4 years. Again, I hope Ecomi does great, long term. Record me saying this now. I hope Ecomi does well. So maybe this channel won't be long lived. But I'm doing this because I see something where people are investing their money in. Again, money, hard-earned money. And I just feel like the concern of the community has not been addressed. So, comment. Please, comment, like, and dislike. I'm open to having both. Again, I'm not trying to make money off YouTube. If the opportunity arises, yeah, I'll do it. But I can care less. In fact, I think it's great. I thank everyone for their feedback in my first video because I want them to talk. I want there to be dialogue because I guess other platforms may be getting censored. And subscribe. Subscribe if you want to hear the good and bad. If you're only here to hear the good, if you're only here to oh, Ecomi, $10 at the end of the year, I'm not gonna lie to people. I'm not gonna get likes and views at the expense of other people. That's not how I roll. Anyways, the video has already passed 10 minutes, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll get this out the same day I release the first video. I know I was gonna say the day after, but I think it's probably better to release these back to back. Thank you so much, everyone.